right, welcome everybody. This is the Lighthouse Podcast, episode 7. And it's growth, I'm telling you. The 7 episodes have not been easy. We also hope that they've been quite informative and helpful. Madam Boss, how be you?
I am well. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to our viewers, depending on what time you're watching us. First of all, thank you for keeping us here. If we did not have any viewers, I don't think we would have gotten to even episode 2. Now we are at 7. So a big appreciation to you and the people behind these cameras. Thank you for keeping us going. And beyond that, I believe from the feedback we've been getting, the content has been quite engaging and people have been giving us good feedback, and we hope that you can continuously help us to grow and be better. And I'm looking forward to what we have in store for today.
So make sure you translate the views into
subscription.
Please, guys.
True.
The views are good. The number is good, but please make sure you click that subscribe button. It's going to help our algorithm to ensure that we have more views to continually bring you this podcast. So today we have an interesting show. And it's interesting because we do not know what is before us. We're going to have questions that we'll be answering. They're in this jar. Courtesy of Patience and Joram and Mutonye. Couple friends of ours. And like I said, we do not know what is in this.
It's a jar full of surprises. Yeah. And
we hope to have a great conversation. Do you want to go ladies first?
This one now, ladies first.
But ladies always go first. Take this big one.
It's a good one. So I'll read the question, then I respond, and you tell the viewers whether I have responded it in a true position or I have added some
salt
to it, yeah? Okay, so the question, I'll read it as it is. If your marriage was a flower garden, how would you describe its state? It's good I'm next to a flower. It's this beautiful, for lack of a better word. My marriage as a flower garden is full of, I don't know the name of this type of flowers, but full of roses, colored ones, a lot of red ones, meaning it's very rosy, but a few thorns, because a rose flower also has thorns, and we hope that we'll be able to unpluck most of them so that it does not hurt us when we pinch them from the garden. Yes.
You know, when it doesn't have those thorns, it stops being a rose flower.
Yeah.
So you think it's quite rosy?
Yeah, it's quite rosy. As the new ones grow, they grow with their own thorns, but we've not gotten to a point where we do not know how to cut those thorns. Okay. Yeah.
It's interesting. I don't know why I agree with you. I wanted to disagree with your answer.
Good. So I place the used ones here?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me get mine. Who is better at noticing or initiating when you need to talk? Who is better at noticing or initiating when you need to talk?
Coincidentally, it's a man handling it, so let's hear.
My wife Steffi is better. She's definitely better at initiating that. Unfortunately, sometimes I have a caveat to that. It's usually not the best time sometimes.
The timing is wrong, but now you're going beyond the examiner's question. The question was, who initiates the conversations most times? And I agree with him. I don't know why it's a problem with men, by the way. Men, you need to talk
about
more.
Me. You know, you only have me. I'm the only man in your life.
Yes, but now you're representing all the other men. So I've talked to a few ladies here and there, and it's always us who are initiating the conversations. Why shouldn't the tables turn? Or can we do 50-50 on this?
So guys, at 3 a.m., Someone
not-
switches on the lights and they're standing next to you.
The question was...
We need to talk. Really?
Let's stick to the question. It's
The
not about the timing.
The timing is a serious issue.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I agree. You usually initiate. You're the one who says we need to talk on most issues, which is good. But it's a good thing that I would want you to now also appreciate my concern.
In my defense, sometimes they can't wait.
At 3 a.m.
We want to handle them now.
Guys, please, comment up everything. At 3 a.m., someone is standing next to you. Hata si kwa bed. Next to the bed. And they are looking at you and then they switch on the lights.
Hey.
Babe, we need to talk. I'm telling you. If there's one thing men fear, is that statement.
We need to talk.
The first thing you usually ask yourself is, what have I done now? What has she just unearthed?
Okay.
Oh my.
We'll try work on the timings.
Okay.
But you work on initiating the conversations. All right, we go to the next one.
Okay.
Let me go to the bottom one. What is the one unsaid or unspoken work-related stress that we need to talk about?
Wow.
Why did I have to land on this? Disclaimer. If my colleague is watching, I have no personal issue with you.
Acha kujitetea. Just say the truth as it is.
Well, my biggest work-related stress right now is that I have to live away from my family. I work in a different town and my family lives... Okay, for the purposes of this conversation, I work in Nairobi. My family lives in Nakuru. So this is my biggest stress. I have to really work away from my family. Yeah.
Okay. Why are you getting good questions?
Maybe I'm just good at answering them.
But you know now the big papers are done. So we only have,
that was my strategy.
Yes, but actually, it's actually a big thing, and I see it stress you a lot. The distance, friends. I'm telling you, once you get married, you guys need to go and get counseling courses. You need to be professional counselors because that's what I do on a daily.
Yeah. You do a good job.
Can we go to the next one?
Yeah, proceed.
Hey. What is quality time together according to you? What is quality time together according to you? So I'm a very selfish person, and quality time for me means time with me and my wife away from any third party. And in this case, even my children. Quality time for me is time with my wife alone. And when I can entertain my children without a house help, unfortunately, I can't live without them. Yeah.
It's a tricky bit. But I agree with you. You're very right. It's important to have quality time between us, then with the kids, and then with anyone else that we feel is necessary. So I also agree with you. We've really treasured that since even before we got married to now. We still treasure that. It's usually, maybe this is a cue for you to take me. I've seen someone go to the Maldives. Please work hard. I really want to go to the Maldives and spend quality time.
That sounds selfish. I don't want to go to the Maldives. Yes.
It's okay. We can agree on where.
Quality time is just okay here at Barnabas.
Oh my God.
So we need to meet katikati, and you know.
It is okay. We will agree.
We need to meet between Maldives and Barnabas.
I'll meet you halfway on the coast.
Okay. Okay. Can we go to the next one?
Yeah. Thank you, Patience, for giving me a hint to go for the big papers.
I told you. Maybe those ones, Joram is the one.
Hey, this thing about work, why is it only coming to me? Hey, God, are you speaking? So it's asking, what's your policy on working from home? Hey, right now, this is my biggest dream. I really want to work from home because it will help me balance this thing they call work-life balance. I think I'm very disciplined when it comes to work time is work time and family time is family time. Good thing it's coming after the first question where I talked about my current stress in relation to work and balancing between that and home. So yes, my policy on working from home for mothers, I know they understand what I'm saying. This
Looking
is just
forward to
like the
that.
best gift you can get. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you really want to do that. And those who've not watched her video on SLE, please go and watch that. And also Daktari. She calls herself.
Mukami the clinician.
She further explains what SLE is. You can go and watch those videos to understand why she really wants to work from home.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, can we go to the next one? Do you have a planned time together? Date night, couples time? If yes, how frequently? I know we've defaulted on this so much. But let me give you just what we usually do. So for us, we usually have one date every week. Initially, it was scheduled to happen on Thursdays. But since we moved, we used to stay in Nairobi, but the family is now in Nakuru. So that has altered our plans. So we usually have one date together in the evening. No specific place, just the two of us out of the house. And then occasionally, like maybe twice, we also do holidays that just me and my wife go to, not the children. And could be local. And we're also looking forward to the Maldives.
Hey,
Money needs to come.
I see my prayers being answered in this podcast. There's the holiday, there's the work from home. I'm looking forward to them. The questions here, I think they're really working on our favor. But on the issue of the planned dates, I think sometimes we may really plan on a specific day, but it doesn't work. So I think being spontaneous has also really worked for us and trying to adjust with the circumstances. And by date, we also mean they don't have to be as expensive as dates have actually been customized to be currently. It can even be
we usually have a small chat date.
Yeah, it could be a small chat date, just walking and talking about whatever issues you're having, not necessarily issues, but even your plans and your thoughts, just to have quality time together. I really love those, and I'm looking forward to the many more that are yet to come.
Okay. I think we need to do all podcasts like this.
Hey, this is very easy. Hey, who is most on their phone or laptop?
Good question.
And how do you deal with that?
Good question.
Amen. I will start by something that my son told me in the morning. When I told him I'm coming to work, he asked whether I'm coming with you. And he told me, please, let me use his words. Enda ufinye tu hivi kidogo, making reference to the laptop. Alafu ufunge yo laptop urudi home. So according to him, he knows anytime you're in the laptop, you're working. And that he has been made to believe because the dad is always working. He's usually either on the phone or in meetings in the laptop till late nights. So yes, he takes the cup.
Remember the question was both phone and?
Laptop.
Yeah. So the one for the laptop, I want to... No. This is the first one that I want to disagree on. I will take the one for the laptop. I'm definitely guilty for that. But for the phone, my dear wife, at what time do you sleep?
It's because you're always on the laptop. I try to keep myself busy.
So, how many phones do you have?
Personal one.
But you... You have two phones.
In my defense, the other one is a work phone. Yes, I have to.
Which is also sometimes used when it is not.
Yes.
Yeah, so guys,
I agree.
On that specific question, for the laptop, I will take it. Phone,
50-50.
This is a time actually we came up with a rule. This one is a rule that we crafted because of her. That during meal times, no phones.
Okay.
So you can see
guilty
who
as
is the culprit.
charged on the phone. Okay.
Okay. Nice. Do you set annual goals together? How do you keep each other accountable? This is a nice one. So, something we've always done, and we're not blowing our trumpet. Something that we've always done at the beginning of the year is that we usually come up with goals. We usually come up with individual goals and family goals.
Yeah.
Whether we achieve them or not, now that's the big question. Sometimes we are not very good at keeping them, but we are very good at making them. So there are some that we achieve, but God has been faithful to help us. Yeah. In terms of accountability, we've not been very good. Sometimes we push each other to ensure we achieve those goals, but
maybe something we need to work on. I think we need to be
more
prefects of each other. Yeah, but we really do come up with vision goals within beginning of the year mostly. Yeah, but at the end of the year when we audit, we find that there are some we achieved, there are some we didn't. Yeah.
So those two things we are good at. We are good at making them and auditing. Accountability to ensure we are achieving all.
It's been more personal than doing it together, like pushing the other person.
I remember there's a time we had said that one of the things we'd be doing in these planned dates that we talked about was to actually check.
We do appraisals. We should start doing appraisals and checking the KPIs. Have they been achieved or not?
Yeah, every family needs to have a strategic plan, quarterly meetings. You need to run your family like a company.
Hey, I think we need to...
Is that where Joram and Patience are taking us through these questions?
Probably, yes.
But it's important for you people to really... first of all, remember what I said. Individual goals and then shared goals. And make sure the individual goals also align with family goals.
Yes.
And not just the two of us. We also insist that you also do it for the children. Can you sit down with them and ask them, what do you want to achieve for this year?
Yeah, very important.
And you actually help them to achieve that. Let those goals come from them. Good, thank you. And remember, if you do not write them and put them
in your heart,
they will not work.
Okay.
Producer, tuandike hiyo verse hapa.
So now, this is question number. We lost count. What's one goal you've achieved together that made you feel great about your marriage? Do I say it? Do I not say it? Should it be public? But yes, there's something I have been dreaming about, and I kept pushing him. I told him, before you turn 40, he's almost there. He's just looking at that door. For those who don't know your age. So I told him, before you turn 40, there's something you need to do for us as a family, and he has been diligent in doing it. Do I have permission?
No, it's a surprise.
Okay.
So we will come back. Specifically, this one will come back to show you what we've achieved.
Yes, but he's actually working towards it, and I am very confident. We have, like we say, discuss targets with your children. My two eldest daughters, one said she's giving us a target for December so that she gives us enough time to look for money. But the second one is very ambitious. She said April, and we're in April, by the way. So I think that one we might have to go back to her and tell her, I'm sorry you've not met your targets, but we are really working towards that. Yeah.
They need to pray more. Yeah, so I think not just that one. There are many goals we've set as a family and we've achieved.
Yes.
So, many things.
This one so far feels like the biggest within and it's actually working because we had planned that it should be within our 10-year marriage gap, and it's really coming through, and I'm so happy about it.
can see you're really happy about it. Maldives will also happen.
Amen. Third time it's been mentioned, and I'm counting. Okay.
Good. So this question says, if you had 24 hours together by yourselves with no internet, no phones, no electronics, etc., what would you do?
Ay, tutashindwa kweli. Ay, give it to us.
We actually survive without phones sometimes. A lot of things we do together. We don't want to welcome you to the world of things we do together.
Hey. Where? Anyway.
But definitely would be a moment of intimacy for us. If there's time to walk and not just talk. Let me tell you, my wife is my biggest motion mate. So if we have 24 hours and the many people we know, we'd actually also be talking about you, including you, Joram and Patience. So it would be lots of intimate conversations, just intimate time together, deep conversations. And if there is an activity for us to do, mostly walk, take long walks, and also eat some good food. We have good appetite, by the way.
They can see.
What can they see?
We look like we have good appetite. But I also agree with him. Most of the things we've actually planned and achieved, we've done that in isolation, where we just say, now we are setting time aside away from everything. We need to sit and think and plan. So I want to believe that 24-hour window will be very nice. It's been a while before we had that, because I think there's a lot. Hey, by the way, the people who want to have children, I've just realized 3 children are not a joke. Yeah. So wametupeleka mbio, but it's good pressure. It's necessary pressure, because it's made us think deeper into what we are doing and how we can advance ourselves. So yes, I look forward to having that kind of, not me time, but our time.
Yeah, so I think that's something many people need to emulate. At least create time for the two of you out of your phones.
Do you know, maybe just to digress a bit, do you know there are people who can't spend that much time together? They would actually ask you, what will we be talking about for 24 hours? So yeah, if you're that person, then you need to really sit and think about how your relationship is going, because you really need to be in a situation where you can actually sit and have a conversation, just the two of you. Everything else began by the two of you. So whenever there are any turmoils, go back to being the two of you, and that will always maybe come up with a solution to whatever you're handling. Yeah.
Good. I think we've our time is up, but maybe can we ask the producer to give us 2 more questions?
That was so fast.
At least one. Good. We have the permission to just do.
They can't see the producer, but he has nodded and given us a sour. So
Good.
2 more.
Yeah, just 2 more.
They're very good questions. Thank you, Mutonyes, again for being thoughtful. So what is the one thing I need to stop doing when you're having long, stressful work days? Why is this work issue coming up again?
God is speaking.
Where? All right. It's saying, again, I'll read. What is the one thing I need to stop doing when you're having long, stressful work days? And I want to respond like this. By the way, I have been away from work for almost 3 weeks, not continuous, but with breaks. Because I think, actually, my doctor, in his words, he said, by the way, I cannot treat stress. You need to know how to deal with it. So it's the one thing I need to do is to know when to stop. I think I've been an overachiever from... There's a problem with second borns, and I'm a second born. We keep wanting to go and go and go. So I really need to know when to stop and now maybe just say, tomorrow is also another day. I can do this tomorrow. That is one thing I need to work on.
Yeah,
and you look like you have many more that you want to add.
Yeah, I think you need to also learn how not to take things personal. Because I feel like sometimes you want to carry, okay, it's a feminine thing, but you cannot carry the weight of the world on your shoulders.
On your shoulders.
You cannot solve all problems.
That's
So,
very true as well.
Yeah, so the anxiety levels probably need to go down. It could help with the stress. Because when someone tells you, wacha kukuwa na stress, stop stressing, that's a big word. It's quite ambiguous. But what it really means is you need to slow down and not take things too personal.
Yeah, that is something I'm struggling with. Thank you for bringing that
And
up.
not just you. I think I also have that problem. Yeah.
But then maybe it's a problem that we might still have, especially with the kind of ministry we've gotten ourselves into, the Lighthouse ministry, because basically we are telling families, come, if you need someone to speak to, we make us that someone, So most of the time sometimes it weighs us down because we feel like we are deep into really feeling what that person is holding as a burden. But yeah, we are praying for grace, and beyond that, even in our normal work situations, aside from Lighthouse, that we'll be able to separate issues, that this is work and now you're home, so separate those two and don't bring the heaviness of work to your house. Yeah.
Be a little selfish. Who is more likely to bring work home? How do you handle that? So I always bring work home on a daily.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah. But she does too, but not. She has initially she was the one who was bringing more work home, but we managed to stop that. So
you complained and then you took it up.
I also need to do that. Yeah, and the problem is basically because mostly I'm self-employed, so
yeah.
I feel like I really need to achieve my deadlines because there is no one else to
do them
for me.
That's true.
But I think this is a wake-up call.
Yeah.
Especially from Theo and Dora, reminding me to do what?
To give them time.
Slow down on the computer. If you ask my children, between the two of us, who is always on the computer, who is always working, they'll say it's me. So I think it's about time. Me and the other dads who usually bring work home.
Yeah, but it could be a dad problem.
We need to really
even from the guilty faces that I'm seeing looking at us.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Patience and Joram. So what we'll do, hey, producer, we want to confirm that these questions are being taken. Please take them. You see, we've not read those ones. So we are going to create time to actually go through all of them so that we do not waste them. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining into this episode. It's been quite an interesting one. And if you've realized, the topic that we've been tackling has been around commitment.
Yeah.
Commitment and trying to balance both work and family.
Yeah, and also priorities. Like, exactly. What are your priorities?
Exactly. So today was just a call for you. Do you prioritize your marriage? What comes first in your order of priorities? Thank you so much, Steffi. Maybe you can give your parting shot as we...
It's been an interesting one. Actually, all the shoots we've done, this one has gone up so fast that I didn't realize. I think probably we need to do more of this. It was very engaging. It was a good time to reflect. I also hope that you can ask yourselves those questions that we were asking. Just sit and ask your partner the same questions we were asking so that it can help you have a conversation around those issues, because I believe these are issues that are in all homes. Yeah, so thank you for being consistent in terms of watching us. Thank you to the new ones who are joining us. Please go back and see other videos. I hope they'll be able to make a difference in your life, and we look forward to having many more. Thank you.
Good. So let's all remember to fulfill our duties. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 3 to 5 says that the husband should fulfill his marital duty to his wife, and likewise the wife to her husband. So please make a commitment to fulfill your duties.
Yeah, everyone has a role to play.
Adios. That has been podcast number 7. See you in the next one. Thank you.